It was a bright, beautiful day during the morning, and there is a fire caught onto the trees. Both Belle, Flynn, Callie, and Asher are spraying waters at one of the fire that is spreading onto the trees. Thomas chopped onto the rails and wondered about the fire. Then he said, "What's going on in here around there?" Then suddenly, Thomas screeched to a stop and wondered about the fire from the trees. So, Belle, Flynn, Callie, and Asher, what are you doing?
There is a fire onto the forest trees and one of the leaves are burning, so we have to use the water cannons to spray onto the fire on the leaves.
It would be better if they could just do something like this.
We could find out if there is anything else.
The answer is that the fire is continuing, so we have to spray water to get rid of it.
Okay, so I hope you'll be joining in to look at the fire. So I am going. Thomas chuffed, and then the 4 fire engines have a better idea.
So we can do anything we can.
We will do anything if we do see if there's fire. If Valera just comes, he's so getting a firebox catch.
Then the 4 fire engines start the plan. A few minutes later, Belle, Flynn, Kelly, and Asher started, and they decide to rescue Valera, who is having his firebox catching on fire. So they continued.
Alright, so Kelly, are we going to rescue Valera?
Callie said,
"Yes, we are rescuing Valera."
Meanwhile, on the tracks, Valera is seen running so fast that he's so powerful. As soon in rails, Valera could be seen riding into the royals, where he's taking a fast drive.
Well, it looks like I'm going to go faster if you see the fireboxes are catching fire.
Belle, Flynn, Asher, and Callie are finding their location of where Valera is. Then Flynn said,
"Where's that Valera?"
And Belle said,
"He's heading towards the railway when he's going so fast."
Callie said,
"Of course we should find."
And Asher said,
"Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go."
the tracks are so rusty that they caused them to become so bumpy when... The tracks are getting bumpy when both Callie, Flynn, Asher, and Belle have picked the wrong rail.
What's going on with those tracks?
Flynn and Belle.
"I don't know what's happening."
And Asher said,
"These tracks are so bumpy that I can't take one of those anymore."
Callie then said,
"There's no evidence that the tracks that look bumpy."
Then...
"Those bumpy tracks need to be sprayed out of time because there's nothing to be anywhere with."
No, there's only such thing that would be aware of that would be anywhere else.
"We have to know what are ways that Valera's about to go fast."
Well, if we can do, how about you can do it? Okay, Belle, you can do it.
Of course. Now it is time to see if the fire could only take so that we could just go.
Valera was going so fast when suddenly his fireboxes started to burst.
What the? No! I gotta pull the brakes!
Shouted Valera, and he screeched to a stop. Valera is broken down due to his firebox catching on fire. Then, both Belle, Flynn, Callie, and Asher arrived to save Valera from his burning firebox.
"Do you need any help?"
said Belle.
Yes, please,
said Valera. Then, Flynn stated,
"We will take on to the waters."
And then both Callie and Asher said,
"We see if we can do it."
"We can do it." Then, 3 of the fire engines spray water at Valera. And soon, the firebox of Valera that blew up were sprayed by the water, and he's finally rescued.
Thanks. I hope my firebox will be fixed anywhere in that time. Thanks. I know the problem.
Well, that would be the good thing then, well.
Now the answer to this.
That will be the correct thing if you do.
Okay, I think it will be good.
And so, the 4 fire engines had rescued Valere. After a few days, they have returned to the fire department, and Belle, Flynn, Asher, and Callie talked about what they did.
So, Flynn? Me? You? Asher and Callie did spray on Valere because his firebox caught on fire.
Well, they just did. After Belle said it and Asher said, Flynn stated,
We welcome that. It will be very good if the fire doesn't come up with the engines like this.
said Flynn, and Callie said,
If we could just do it next time? Today, tomorrow? Do it soon.
said Belle, and Callie said,
We can do it.
and after Callie, Asher,
Well, we could just chill onto this fire department so that we could just have a basking in the sun.
said Asher, and then they relaxed. The end.